Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the 2025 eclipse season for the sign of Libra. Now do keep in mind this is a tarot reading, this is not an astrology reading. So if you're looking for more specific astrological content on this topic, I would recommend that you contact an astrologer or you check out one of the many available videos on YouTube around this topic. So the way that this works is there are 4 eclipses in the year of 2025. The first 2 are here in March, on March 14th and March 29th. The energies and the events from this first set of eclipses will span all the way until the second set of eclipses, which are in September. So when we look at eclipses, we're looking at broader, bigger themes in our lives. And typically larger events happen around eclipses. So that is something to keep in mind. Now I have a complete schedule of the eclipses in the description below this video if you're curious or interested in looking at that. But let's go ahead and see how this may affect you personally and see what's coming towards you here during this eclipse season. So we're really looking at about a 6-month window of time here. By the way, the eclipses this year are in Virgo, Aries, and Pisces, with Virgo being the sign that has 2 eclipses. So the Virgo energy is more prevalent during this eclipse season. And I also thought it was wise to take a look at this because it seems like there's so much going on in the world right now. And it is true that during eclipse season, oops, sorry about that. Sorry about the mic stuff there. It is true during eclipse season that broader, bigger themes play out. And also for world events, it seems like a lot of things happen around eclipse time. All right. Let me go ahead and get all set up here and in view. And then we'll get right into it. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups can indicate that you have a choice. You have an abundance of choice. You might be feeling overwhelmed around a crucial decision over the next 6 months. And the reason that you're feeling overwhelmed is because you have so many different paths to take. I always say I'm a Libra, right? Many of you know that now who watch my videos frequently. So I can relate to the idea of indecision. And the 7 of Cups is really, really a card of indecision, right? And this is just part of the Libra thing. This is the Libra mentality. It can be very hard to make a decision, but once Libras commit, they are committed for sure. There's nothing stopping a Libra from going down that path once they take the first step. So you may be dealing with indecision. I laugh because it's just really on cue for Libra in the next 6 months. And this will be around a crucial or a bigger decision in your life because we are looking at the eclipse time, right? So let's see what this might be around here. First of all, you have a very, very solid reading showing up. These readings have been pretty intense here, I must say, for this set, but I was expecting that as eclipses are very, very intense. I will say, take a look at your sleep over the sets of eclipses. So in March, it's going to be very important to get as much sleep as you possibly can. It can be very, very hard to sleep around eclipse times, and then also in September as well, if you can remember that. But let's just dive in here. In the overall position, you do have the 9 of Pentacles, or in the middle position, overall or middle. This is the most important card in this spread, and this is an incredible card to get in the middle. The 9 of Pentacles can talk about your financial independence, okay? And not only that, but not being solely focused on money, right? Because as you see here, the way that I interpret this card, this person has one hand on the pentacle here that they have grown, right? This represents their money, their investments, and then they have one hand on this grape here, which in other illustrations, this would be like a bird. They're holding a bird. And for me, I interpret this as like your hobbies or your indulgences or your interests. And so this person has really figured out the secret sauce, right? They're not just worried about their money situation. They've figured out the money stuff. Now they have time and energy to focus on some other enjoyable things as well in life. And so the Nine of Pentacles, it can talk about your financial independence. It can talk about you kind of being a boss in that area. It's a very, very positive sign for your money and your financial situation. Now, the thing is, you may be looking at different choices around how do I get there if I'm not there yet, or how do I sustain this, right? If you're there now, how do I allow this to continue growing, right? How do I allow this machine to continue turning? So you may be having to make critical or crucial decisions around this Nine of Pentacles, around this financial independence energy. In the first column, you have the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Justice card. Okay, well, your energy is here. Our energy here is here. The Justice card is the Libra card. And this is the idea of like cause and effect, right? This is divine law and order. This is the karmic scales balancing. You can see the scales here, right? It is true how in life we can make one or two decisions that put us on a completely different path. And it's this idea of like a ripple effect, or cause and effect, a butterfly effect, right? With the Justice card, it also says that, like, yes, our actions are so important for us, right? Karma is just our actions in life, and we're always adding to our karma and paying off karma and so forth and so on. But the fact that this is your energy here in this first column is, I think, duly important. I think this diagonal here is very, very healthy. It's very positive. Justice, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. This is big for your career. This is big for your skills, your talents, your hobbies, and your interests. And also the way that you earn money, I think, could be improving, or if you're not where you are now, shifting into a direction that you want to move into. And the important thing for you here, Libra, is your actions really, really are important. You and Taurus, I would look at the Taurus reading too, if you have Taurus placements or if you're interested. Your actions out of all of the signs during this time are going to make or break. It's going to be a make or break thing, and not to add pressure, put pressure on you here, but that's what's showing up in the reading. You know, I was thinking about this scale. It's like the scale could tip in a direction that's unfavorable for you if you're taking an unfavorable action, that type of deal, right? But you can also balance that out by doing other things. You have the Knight of Swords, which can represent an event that happens very quickly for you, as well as the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups can be about being down. In fact, you can see that this person, I believe, is wearing has a locket in their hand. This is like a heart here. And yes, it can be a sign that you're feeling down, depressed, or down in the dumps about a love situation. But this is mentally, right? This is going on in the mental space here. There may be like somebody's dedication in a relationship may be in question here over the next 6 months. And this may also be what you are kind of going back and forth on here. You may be needing to make an important decision in love. And this may be showing up as well. The Knight of Swords does ask you to spring into action if you need to do that as well. So I'll really want to clarify this this column in particular when we get into the clarifications. But let's move on here. You have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So in your mind, there's there's something going on here. We're not going to focus on these two cards because the rest of these cards are extremely positive. You have a very, very solid reading here. But there may be like a tendency to think towards the negative around something with the Five of Cups, Five of Swords in this mindset position. This will shift for you as you continue on throughout this stretch of time based on an event that maybe happens in March or in September or in between there, right? So during this stretch of time, there may be a shift. I have a feeling there's going to be a mindset shift as we see that the Eight of Pentacles is in that row as well. We've talked about the Nine of Pentacles, you doing solid work here to increase your financial independence, to maybe incorporate some luxuries in life. The Nine of Pentacles also talks about enjoying the luxuries in life. And it's sort of like you can have your cake and eat it too type deal, right? When you get the Nine of Pentacles. You then here have the Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter energy, okay? And I think Jupiter shifts signs, I think, into Cancer or Gemini. What is it? In June. It's in June. Should I really look this up here? Let's see. I think I have it here. Yeah, Jupiter in Cancer in June. So there is something about June showing up for you in this reading. This middle column feels like June for me. But anyway, the Wheel of Fortune, it is about your destiny in life, but it also asks you to be careful that you do not miss out on opportunities, right? This person's kind of holding on to the wheel here. They are afraid of missing out on their destiny or their opportunity. And it says that it's in front of you, it's available, it's here, but you must act. When that time happens, you must act because you could miss the boat. The wheel keeps spinning. This is a very positive card of growth, expansion, luck as well, but destiny. But again, the actions that you're taking, especially with the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune, those cards come one after the other, are very important. If you're looking at the progression of these tarot cards, the Justice cards basically says you will reap what you sow. Did you get on the wheel here? Did you get on the wheel? Here you go, right? You're now seeing the result of your actions. Did you not? You're also seeing the results of your actions, whether that is good or bad. So you have this balance, this delicate balance energy, and this is all about choices, decisions, and actions for you here, Libra. In the final column, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the World, and the Knight of Wands. What an amazing way to end out this reading, all right? The Knight of Wands is a card I love to see. This can indicate a change in residence or moving. It may even be moving farther away than you're used to. I remember, this would have been around 2020. I kept getting the Knight of Wands in my personal readings that I would give for myself. And like just a few months after that, not very long after that, I moved from Pennsylvania to Denver, Colorado. And it was just like a sure sign that I was on the precipice of a big move. And that was a huge move for me. It ended up also spawning, this channel ended up spawning from that move as well. And it was a big blessing in my life to make that move. And so some of you may be actually quite literally changing your residence. You could also be traveling. And this person's sort of like an adventurer, right? They're the other thing I like to say about this Knight of Wands is it's sort of like the van life card, right? Somebody who's just living a life full of adventure. So it's a very positive card. It could be events in that way showing up for you. And then the World, it does indicate certainty, right? The World's also a card of, it's an international card. It can indicate international travel. Some of you may be relocating to a different country here at some point during this eclipse season. For sure. That could be on the table for some Libras here. Yep. But the World also is success through a big completion in your life. So something closing out in a really healthy way for you during this eclipse period. Remember, it could be during the March, in between, or during September. It really depends on where you're at in your stage here. Finally, the Eight of Pentacles, you're really dedicated to something. You may be dedicated to a new move, a new country, a new town or city, but more than likely, the Eight of Pentacles is dedication to your career as well, and solidifying your career, solidifying your skill, maybe your standing in your career. This is somebody who people go to for advice and for help in their chosen field or career. Why don't we go ahead and clarify this situation even more by pulling some cards here. All right, so let's pull some oracle cards. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at the energy on the bottom. Okay, wow. You have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. What is your voice calling out to you around? What is your voice trying to make you hear, right? What are you trying to hear right now in your situation? This is about an action in life. It seems consequential. It seems important. Okay, you have Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. You then have Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Okay, so if somebody's saying, no, you can't do that, Libra, like that's not going to work, the naysayers here, it feels like you are cutting out that noise because ultimately it's all about your actions, right? Not the actions of someone else in this case, right? This is you front and center here with the Justice card. Now you have one of my 3 favorite cards to find in this deck. You have the Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. This card is like the universe rearranging your timeline, right? There are events that happen in life that put us on new paths. You know, there are situations, there are even conversations that we have with other people that completely change something for us. And that can put us on a new path. And this is the idea of the universe kind of rearranging your timeline and guiding you really guiding you towards your dharma, what you're supposed to be doing, the path you're supposed to be on in this lifetime. Very, very powerful card. One of my favorite cards, but one of the most powerful cards in this deck. So be on the lookout for signs from the universe, basically. You then have Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. You then also have Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Okay, so I didn't see really any family stuff here, but we'll see. We'll see what comes in the clarification. So why don't we go ahead and do that now? We'll start to pull some additional tarot cards here and clarify these 9 tarot cards. All right, let's see here. Do hope you're doing well, Libra. Hope things are going good for you. So we have going on. All right, so I'll just split the deck here, and then we'll get right into it. All right, wow. You have the 8 of Pentacles again in the corners here. So this is sort of like what's going on around the edges for you, right? Around the surface, outside the surface for you here. So this is going to be sort of always in the background when you have something in the corners. This is going to be playing in the background for you. Okay, dedication to career. Your career is going to be here. Like it's going to always be playing music. It's going to be playing in the background here during this time. You have the Moon and the 10 of Cups. Okay, so here's the good news is with this Libra card, with the Justice card and the 10 of Cups. Ultimately, you'll find out that the action that you've taken here, this very consequential, important, critical decision, will end up being prosperous in terms of your happiness, right? It will be a prosperous decision for you. You'll feel very happy when you step back and kind of look back on the action that you've taken here. 10 of Cups can be about real estate. It can be around family situations that are very positive, either your own family or the family you were born into. And it talks about just overwhelming happiness in the tarot. You then have the Moon with, what was that card again? The Knight of Swords. Okay. So interesting. 5 of Cups, 10. I said I wanted to take a look at these. Here's the thing with the Moon and the Knight of Swords. You may not have all the facts. Okay. You might not have all the data. And you just might want to be careful before taking a impulsive decision around something. The Knight of Swords can be about impulsivity, and the Moon says that maybe you don't have all the data. So you may want to gather some facts and data before you totally jump into something. You have time, Libra. It feels like you have time based on this reading, and you'll know when the opportunity strikes here with the Wheel of Fortune. And then there may be a question around, dedication in the partnership or union that you're in, if this is not about career for you. You have Queen of Swords, Death card, and the Queen of Pentacles. Well, there's a massive transformation in the way that you see your money situation here. This is very positive. Death card is not a negative card, unlike the name may suggest. This could be a massively transformative financial event for you. And again, this is going to be brought upon by the actions that you're taking. Maybe you've made a good investment a while ago. Maybe you're selling real estate. Maybe you're increasing ways to earn more money in your small business or your large business, or your personal brand, or in your career. But there's a transformation in your financial independence here. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, the thing is, the Queen of Pentacles, they're going to give you really trusted advice. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very trusted in the tarot. And they're not going to speak unless they feel like they have something to say to you that is important, right? So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who can give you trusted, solid guidance around something. This person may say, hey, Libra, there's this perfect opportunity for you. The Wheel of Fortune could spring about from a conversation that you have with a Queen of Pentacles type person. On the other end, the Queen of Pentacles may say, if you don't have a hold on your accounting, right? So For example, like if you don't use, here's what's coming into my mind. Like if you don't have an understanding of your financial picture, this may be a catalyst to take a look at your financial picture, right? For yourself, your personal wealth, your financial picture, like your accounts, your investments, all of that sort of thing. Queen of Swords, Five of Swords may be connected to an air sign, something going on here. Yeah, maybe a temporary challenge going on there. Let's see what else we have. You have the Four of Wands, the Emperor, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so Four of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles. You know, Four of Wands is a card of marriage, and the Eight of Pentacles is a card of dedication. Some of you are fully committing to somebody for the long haul here during this period of time. Not for everybody, but this is definitely going to show up, or it's the decision to do that, right? The back and forth, the indecision that you have around this full commitment, this full on commitment. With the Seven of Cups, remember being indecision, and then you're realizing that, okay, is it time to go full into this commitment with this person? World and the Emperor, you're definitely attaining some type of accolade or leadership type energy in your career, or you're attaining some type of success in your career. And that's certain because the World is a card of certainty. So I would expect for some of you to have a significant event in your career that looks extremely positive. And then the Nine of Wands as well is a card that can indicate resistance. You're maybe like, some of you here in this timeline are wanting to move to a new country or to a new state or to a new city, somewhere completely different or foreign to you. Knight of Wands can indicate foreign lands as well as the World, but you're resistant to this. So you may be asking yourself, where is the source of my resistance? Yeah, that could definitely be showing up. Seven of Swords is a card of potential deception, but more importantly for you, as we have a very, very positive reading here, it's about becoming strategic in life, in this area of life, around this decision that you have to make. So let's go ahead and let's start to clarify this more with the Kipper cards. Let's see what the Kipper cards have for you here, Libra. And let's see what we have here. Okay, you have Journey, High Honor, Child, Mature Woman, Adjudication, and Marriage. Wow. Marriage and children, huh? I definitely was queuing into that in this reading. It's definitely, there's a big question around commitment, long-term commitment for some of you in your relationship stuff. That is, you know, you're sort of on the fence, like you see both sides type deal. And you just realize how big of a decision this is for you to make. And yeah, some of you are going to decide to commit to that. You definitely have some marriage energy here. But it's, again, like this idea of you're questioning things. So some of you, I think, will decide to go in on that. And then you also have this Journey card, which is a card of travel, right? And or movement in this case. So I definitely, there's a big journey here, either in career, travel, or marriage, like long-term relationship stuff that you're weighing during this period of time. Yeah. And then High Honor says that you are very, very much respected in whatever it is that you do, especially with the double Eights of Pentacles. Family room as well on the bottom. You got some family timeline showing up as well. I think you had father healing here with this one Oracle card. So Libra, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.